Okay. Okie doke. Well, I'm back, and I'm so glad I'm back and that I made it to the table right now to speak to you guys, because the past couple of weeks have been absolutely insane. One of those time warping situations where 1 second can feel like 1 hour and 1 hour can feel like 1 second. And so over the past 6 weeks, I have been doing so much. I moved into a new place. I'm starting a new school. I moved from across the country back home. I made new friends. It's like I became a completely different person. And other people on the outside remind me that it's only been 6 weeks, but it has felt like a lifetime for me. I don't know how else to explain it. But anyway, through the whirlwind and through the whirlwind. I meant to say whirlwind, but I guess whirlwind makes sense too. Through the whirlwind of everything, I finally made it back to center, and so I'm filming this now. So thank you for joining me today. I'm so happy to have you here. I don't really understand why, but I've been having so much trouble with this GoPro, and it's constantly overheating. Okay, anyway, let's try again. Okay, so what I've been wanting to channel over the past couple of days is a message about the fact that no one is out to get you, and that you yourself are the only person that can put obstacles in your way, and no one else is. And even though people can be so frustrating sometimes, and relationships can be one of the most daunting parts of human experience, the reality is, and I'm using the phrase "the reality is," knowing that it's a very big phrase, but I truly believe that the reality is that no one is out to get you. No one is out to get you. I don't even really believe in predators, because it's difficult for me to comprehend that someone would, on purpose, actively try to pursue someone in a predatory fashion. My dog is coughing. I don't know if that was a confirmation or anything else, but I truly don't believe that anyone can, in a predatory fashion, go for prey in a conscious manner without having some sort of trauma in their history that causes them to behave in that way in a subconscious way. So I know it's a very twisted way that I said that, but if someone has had trauma that coincides with their behavior, for me, that is not a conscious decision that person is making to act in the way that they are. But if someone's history is looked at and there is no correlation between their past and their present actions, then we can say, oh, they're acting in a predatory fashion. But again, if we look at those two phrases that I just said, there's literally no way that someone could be acting today in a fashion that is not related to their past history unless they're aware enough to change their patterns. And that, I would say, is quite rare. And so that's why I'm really happy that you right now, my viewer, are watching, because if you're watching right now, you are ready to change your patterns. You are aware enough to look at your past history and say, you know what, to hell with that. Like, I don't want that anymore. I want to be a different person. So I'm really, really, really glad you're here right now and that you're watching this video, because this right now is a confirmation that you are on the right path and that you are ready or already changing your patterns, changing your neural pathways, and changing your history and the way that you remember your history in order to change your present and future experiences. And I also want to add that it's very important for us in our journey of healing to realize that trauma is not something that happens to us. Trauma is not what happened to you. Trauma is the way that you interpreted what happened to you, that you continue to interpret in that same way today. and that you allow to dictate your behavior right now and in the future. And my ear just had that vibration feeling, which is a confirmation for me of what I'm saying right now. So let me say that again in a slightly different way. You have had things happen to you in the past that were objectively bad. Bad things have happened to you in the past. And in those moments, your brain perceived those bad things happening to you as a threat that your brain no longer wants to repeat. Your nervous system interpreted those bad things as events that must be avoided so that the nervous system is not activated in the same way again. Your parasympathetic nervous system is the part of the nervous system, from my understanding, that allows you to be in that relaxed state. And the sympathetic nervous system is the part of the nervous system that is activated I need to brush up on my research. But okay, so when your sympathetic nervous system is activated, you're feeling aroused, you're feeling nervous, you're feeling agitated. But when your parasympathetic nervous system is activated, you're feeling relaxed, you're feeling drowsy, you're feeling happy. So as much as possible, our human body tries to avoid the activation of the sympathetic nervous system. So our body doesn't want to be stressed. It doesn't want to be agitated. It does not want to be scared. However, when it comes to trauma, during those events that are bad, our sympathetic nervous system was activated, and so we take that with us, we store that in us, and we try to avoid situations like that as much as we possibly can. And so any little clue that we get in our perceived surroundings that we're back in a situation that could possibly arouse the same feelings as it did before during the traumatic event, when we get any little clue, we oftentimes, if we're not aware, we will push away, immediately repulse that situation in any possible way that we can so that we're not activated again. But the issue is that when we think about trauma and when we think about the fact that trauma is how we perceive situations, we can take that information and realize that in the future, we can either choose to be traumatized or not. And with all the love in the world, I really hope that this is coming across the way that I want it to come across. But what I'm trying to say is not that you get to choose what happens to you necessarily, but you get to choose how you react to what happens to you, and how you react to what happens to you results in either you being traumatized or you not being traumatized. And being traumatized comes with feelings of weakness, of fear, of defeat, of helplessness, low vibrational energies. Not being traumatized, which I could say the opposite word is being empowered, comes with feelings of gratitude, happiness, joy, lightness, levity, power, and spaciousness, which are higher level energies. So it's basically, after all, it's your choice. Your reaction to situations and the story that you make in your mind is your choice. And that will truly determine if you're traumatized or empowered. All right, well, I think that's about it for that message. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. That's all that is here right now. So thank you so much for joining. I forgot to say in the beginning, but my name is Lauren, and I recently changed this channel name from 9 Lives Left to Ethereal Healing Arts because that's the name of my business. I am going to be a registered massage therapist, fully registered, fully certified in Ontario in 2027. but I do offer massage services even now, and I offer reflexology services, and I offer Reiki services primarily in my business. So it's called Ethereal Healing Arts. I have trouble pronouncing it myself, but maybe that's what's going to help people remember it, the pronunciation. But anyway, I'll leave the description. In the description box below, I'll leave the website name. And yeah, that's about it. I don't have any social media, so I'll just leave the website name below where you can learn more about me, learn more about what I do. I also have some blog posts on there, and I also have the services that I offer. So feel free to book anytime if you're looking for nervous system relaxation. If you're looking to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, I can help with that. Anyway, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Oh, right. So as I was watching the video that I just made, that I just finished, I realized that I was saying the word react. And I had a realization about the word react and its connection to the theory that our life is a series of cycles that the universe presents us with in order to test if we are ready to reach the next level. So there is this theory, to explain it a bit more, that our life is just a series of experiences that are similar or exactly the same as the experience in the last cycle. Some people even say in the last lifetime. So they're the exact same experiences that we're being presented with, and we can either react them. So literally, if we're looking at the two words separately, react, we can either react them and do the exact same thing and not learn anything from the last time, or we can respond. And so if we separate the two words re and spond, respond, when I think of respond, I think of ponder, the word ponder. And ponder means to sit with something and think about it and really learn from it and let it marinate within you and let it alchemize into something new. So we can either react the same thing from the past cycle, from the past lifetime. We can either react that right now by choosing the same things, by choosing to be traumatized again, by choosing to respond in the same angry, demeaning, negative, and really false way. We can either react in those ways, or we can sit with it, alchemize, change how we respond, ponder the situation, and enter a new timeline, enter a new lifetime, resolve your karma. So I just wanted to add that on. To summarize, if we look at the word react and think about life cycles and solving our life karma in order to have a lighter load in the next lifetime or in the next cycle. So if we look at the word react and think about the context of choosing whether or not to be traumatized again and again by the same thing, or choosing the alternative pathway of enlightenment and consciousness, we can either react the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again for thousands of years in our family bloodline, or we can ponder, sit and ponder, and respond instead and change it. You are ready to change it. You're probably one of the first people in your team to change patterns, and I'm so proud of you, and I'm literally so happy right now, and I'm actually tearing up. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm tearing up because I'm so glad that I caught that realization on camera for you guys, and that I can share this with you guys right now. I really, really hope this resonates with you guys, and I love you all so much. So bye.